All right, everybody. My name is Diana Townsend, and I am the visionary here behind the Legacy Crypto Builders. And you guys, I want to do a quick overview of Vultr. I wanted you guys to know that this is the virtual private server that Connect recommends for us to use and gives us the step-by-step instructions in order to set it up. The very first thing you want is for ask your sponsor for a referral code. And all they have to do is go log into their account, click on the referral program and copy that address right there. And they'll give you that referral link. And depending on what's happening at that time, you might be able to get an extra $10, or you might be able to use up to $100, but it's not going to stay $100 on your account. So make sure you guys listen to me. You are not going to get $100 on your account. It will allow you to set up to $100 worth of, we call these an instance. This is called an instance, okay? You're going to allow you to set up to 100, but it only stays on your account for 14 days. So whatever you don't use up to that $100, it's going to go away. So don't think for 1 second you're going to be able to keep that on there. Don't think that. Just make sure you read over. You know, you definitely can get $10 per paid sign up and different things like that, and it'll help you both. But make sure you read the fine print so you don't get confused about that. So after you get the link, you're going to go in and you're going to create an account. I already have an account, so I can't show you guys how to create. I can show you. Let's see if it takes me back to my page. Okay, so you would come to this page. This is what's going to show up. You're going to put in an email address. You're going to put in the password, and you would click the word create. And then you would get to this place. Probably show up somewhere here. And then you would have to click on account. I'm not going to click on account because I don't want my personal information to show up, but you would go to the account and you would have to put in your personal address. You would have to link a debit card or put a PayPal on there. And you would have to link a card and put a couple dollars on your account. Each one of these instances are $5. So depending on how much software you're going to set up, if you just purchased light nodes and you had maybe a light node in green, one light node in green, one light node in switch, one light node in Galvin, and one light node in green. That's 4 separate instances that have to be set up. They will be $5 a piece. Now, each one of them, you can go up to 100, but you can't add the 4 together. They're each 4 separate instances because Galvin has one. Galvin has a separate code from green. Green has a separate code from switch, and switch has a separate code from win. So you would have to set up 4 separate instances, which will cost you $5 a piece. So that's going to be $20 a month. So now if you know that, you should put in there $20, $40, $50. So at least a minimum of 20, that would cover your bill for the next 30 days. Because every day up to 30 days, it's going to be charging you a particular amount of money. If you look at my screen right here, you can see that some of them are almost for the month, and some of them are heading towards the end of the month, and $5 will be a 30-day. And then what you want to do, let me see, I hope it don't show all my personal stuff. Okay. You always want to go to billing. A lot of times you guys think because you link the credit card, then that means that it's going to automatically take the money off your account. That is not true. The card is linked just to set it up. You will have to go in here, and on a monthly basis, you would have to hit the button for 10, 25, 50, 100, 250. If you want to put 500 on there, you can, if you don't want to check this all the time. But you have got to have enough credit on here to cover your purchases that are on here for $5 a piece. Now my bill runs about $70, $80 a month. So you guys seen that I had about $128 in that account. That's because when you see running, all that means is Vultr is doing what it's supposed to do, whether it's working or not. You're on their space. You use their instance. The only way to know if it's running is to go to app.green.share and look and make sure that your nodes are online. As a matter of fact, let's go to app. app.connectunited.com. And if we were to log into there, you would go to the nodes button because you can see everything in one spot. So I have 3 element nodes, but they're not mining yet. Give, I don't have anything, and nor are they mining. Green is mining, and it says I have 12 nodes online. That is correct. Galvin is doing off-chain mining, and I have one, and I have one online. That is correct. Liberty is, I have purchased it, but it's not mining yet. That is correct. So there's nothing online. Switch is mining. We're in the beta testing. So I can't see how many nodes I have, but 3 are online. And the same thing for Win. I have a Win Smart node and I have one online. This is the screen that will determine if your nodes are online. Don't look at the word running and think that, okay, my nodes are running. That is not correct. You come to app.connectunited.com and you go to nodes and you see if they say running. Like if I know that I have a Galvin node, you can see the purchase, but it says 0 node online, then I would need to come here. It's still going to say running. Nothing's going to change, but I would need to click on these buttons and click on view the console and see what's happening here and see what's going on with my node. And it might say disconnected, but it's running. So I'm fine with that. As long as it says running, you're fine. If you have a node, like right now, today is June 20th of 2022, the only nodes that are mining are Win, Switch, Green, and Galvin. And you guys can see on all of those platforms, they all say running, not because of what this says, but because of what this says. This is the screen that will determine whether you're going to get coins every day. Okay, do not get that twisted because it says running. That means Vultr is running up your bill. That means you are using their virtual private server, whether it's working or not. You still have to check it, and you do not check it by looking at the word running. You check it by making sure you have money in your billing account. You make sure that it's being paid, and you check this screen. You go to Connect United and make sure whatever you purchase, we all have the same thing. There's no element running right now. There's no give running right now, whether you purchase it or not. Liberty's not running right now. So none of that would be online. The only ones online, again, are Switch, are Galvin, are Green, and it's also Win. And all of those are running. So just remember what is mining. And this is June of 2022. Eventually Liberty is going to be on. Eventually Give's going to be on. And eventually Element's going to be going on. You check your software to see if it is online under app.connectunited.com. You click on the nodes button, and this is where you come to see online. Do not make the mistake of looking at this product screen because it says running and think that that means everything's okay, Diana. They're charging me every day and it looks good. This means nothing. This means they're charging and they're running up your bill. That's what running means. Vultr is running up your bill. Your goal with Vultr is to make sure that there is money in this account and to check Connect United to make sure the nodes that can be online are online and the right amount. Now, if I had, based off of 11 smart nodes and 27 light nodes, that means I should have 12 nodes online. But if this says I had 8 nodes online, I'd come back to Vultr and it would still say running. It would be up to me to go into each individual one, click on view the console, and just like it says connect, it says connected. That means that one's okay. I would come down to the next one and I would check it, view the console. This one says connected. They will tell you that they're disconnected. You log into each individual one. I would come down, I'd just keep going down 1 through 12, and I would click on there and it would say disconnected. But you can see that it says connected, but the confirmation is here. All of my nodes are online, so I don't need to do that. But if your particular amount of nodes does not match with what you have here, and you went to Vultr and you have money in there, then that means the next step is to go to the product screen, click on the 3 little buttons, view the console and go through each one and find out which one is not connected, destroy it, and reinstall it by deploying a new server and following the directions. You would go into, if it was green, you would go to Connect United, you would go to Overview, you would scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on Support FAQ, click on Smart Node, click on VPS Setup, and you would get the instructions, and it will tell you, hey, click on Cloud Compute. It will tell you every single thing to do. You don't have to worry about, well, where am I getting this from, Diana? Let me show you. Told you guys to go to Connect United, go to Overview, scroll down to all the way to the bottom of the page, Support FAQ, click on Smart Node, click on VPS Setup, and it's right here. Cloud Compute, regular and performance. Click the region that's closest to you. I live in Atlanta, so I would click on Atlanta, Georgia. Then it would tell you, you're gonna click on Debian 11x64. It's already there, so I don't have to do anything. It will tell you, we only pay $5 a month. It will tell you, turn off the backups, read it, enable, turn off, enable backups, keep the additional features the same. So you would come here and turn off the backup, keep the additional features the same, don't touch it, and just name it Green Node, whichever one you destroyed, and click deploy now. And then you would just follow the Green Node installation instructions and do everything it told you to do. And when it asks you for a code, you would copy this particular code right here and paste it. I promise you it's so easy. All right, so that's kind of an overview. I can't click on account because I don't want you guys to have all my my address and all that stuff out there on YouTube. That wouldn't be a good idea. So just know when you create the account, you have to go to the account section, put in your address, put in a debit card, and after you add money to the account, then you have to go and you have to verify it through the Proton email. Hopefully that's the one you signed up with. And then it's gonna bring you to this screen right here. And it's gonna have you, it's gonna bring you to this screen right here. It says deploy new instance. Okay, I think the instructions say deploy new server. I'll compute. It says create a VPS instance by clicking the plus icon in the top right. That's the plus sign in the top right. Deploy new server. Server instance, it's all the same. Don't get caught up in the word game. Server instance is all the same thing. And then you're going to get started right there with the deploy the new instance, okay? But when you're looking at the instructions, you're going to click on that circle right there, deploy new server. The other screen says instance. Server, instance is all the same. Don't get confused, okay? Just start the process and follow very simple instructions. You never had to do it before. This is all I do. I make sure that the directions are in one screen. Okay, log in and create the account. You did that. Create a VPS instance by clicking on the plus icon to the right. That is after you create the account, after you verify the email. They won't let you do it. They won't even let you get started until you apply that credit card and you verify the email address. Then it tells you to click the instance in the top right. And this is where the screen is going to bring you to. This is what they're telling you to do. And then you're going to deploy the new server. And then you come back to the instructions, play between the two screens, flip back and forth. And it says Cloud Compute. Click on Cloud Compute, especially your first time doing it. Select regular performance. Come over here and scroll down, Intel regular performance. Go back to the instructions. And it wants me to click the region closest to me. Okay, I live in Atlanta. So click Atlanta. If you lived in North Carolina, South Carolina, you're not going to see it. What's close to you? Atlanta. If you lived in Delaware, you're going to come and find New York, New Jersey. It just depends on where you live. If you live in Tennessee, it's probably Atlanta. If you lived in Orlando, you're going to click Miami. Don't make it difficult, you guys. Just find the closest place to you. Find the closest location to where you are. And when it tells you server image, make sure you're paying attention. And you're going to say, all of them say Debian. That is not true. Look at each one and read it. This says Debian 11x64. Some of them you're going to come to, it's going to tell you Ubuntu 21.10. So do what the instructions tell you to do and just follow the simple instructions. It says select 25 gigabyte SSD at $5 a month. Come down to the next screen. That's what you want. Just click on it. Then you scroll back up again. What does it want me to do? Turn off, enable auto backups. It's on, so you're going to turn it off. This says leave the additional features the same. Keep the additional features the same. Some of them say uncheck all the boxes. Nothing should be checked. Do what it tells you to do, not what you want to do. And if you were doing green, there's no spaces, no dashes, and you're going to type in green node 01. If you have 10 of them, you're going to type in green node. However, you will have to hit the plus sign to create more boxes. Just say you have 8 nodes. Okay, so now what I do, I would do 01. Right? I don't feel like doing a whole bunch of typing. I'm gonna copy and I'm gonna paste. And I'm gonna back out the 01 and make it 02. We'll copy the 02. I really don't have to because it's still in my copy, but I'm gonna paste and I'm gonna make this one 03. I'm gonna paste it right here. I'm gonna make this 04. I'm gonna paste this right here. I'm gonna make this 05. I'm gonna paste this right here. I'm gonna make it 06 and so on and so forth. I just make it as easy as I possibly can. I don't feel like doing all that typing. I'm just, just making it easy for myself. If it's easier for you guys to type it out, then type it out. However many you need, you can't do more than 10 at a time. If you have 30 nodes, you still do 10 at a time. You take your server up to 10, you can't go anymore. You do the first 10, then you come back and you do 11 through 20, and then you come back and you do 20 through 30. You do 10 at a time. And you're just copying and pasting, all right? Just copying and pasting. And then you're gonna click deploy now, and it's gonna tell you that it's running. Honestly, a lot of times it's gonna say running so fast, like maybe in 2-3 minutes. That is not true. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. From the time I set my node up, I literally set the alarm on my phone for about 10 minutes. And then I go through the process, which I'll do a whole nother video on how to do it, the particular videos, but the company does have some, so that's not my priority right this second. Switch will tell you how to do it, and Galvin will show you how to do it. And there's no difference except for the coding is different. But if you want to know how to do it, just log into Switch, go to the VPS setup and watch the video. You can watch the video for Switch and still use the green instructions. Just watch the concept. They're just showing you, set it up. This is running. This is where you copy. This is what you paste, because this is where people get confused. You click on the words right here and it tells you to copy a password. That's the box that you copy. And this is the view to console. This will get you there. All the rest of the instructions are there. And like I said, I'll do a completely separate video. I'm not going to confuse you guys and do too much, but just know you have to set up your Vultr. You have to go to your account, which I'm not going to click on that because all your personal information will be shown all over YouTube. And I don't want everybody knocking on my door and knowing where I live at. So set up the account, verify your email, go to billing, link your credit card, and then verify everything. And then come right here to deploy new server. And this is where you get started. You're clicking between the two screens. Your instructions, whether you were doing green, whether you were doing switch, whether you were doing Galvin, put them right next to each other. Don't have no whole bunch of stuff up here, especially if you're new. I've been doing this for months, so I kind of can do this with my eyes closed. So it's okay for me to have some stuff up there, but if you're new, don't make it as easy as you possibly can. Make sure that there's nothing in between there and you're just going between the two screens. Okay, I read the directions, I go do the application. I go back to the directions, I go back to the application. I read the directions, I go back to the application until it is complete. All right. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any, let me show you one more thing before I go. Let me wrap this up. A lot of times people don't even know what their limits are. I don't even know if you guys know that this is here. You want to make sure that you have the max instances, okay? And if you don't, then let me know and I'll show you guys how to go to support right here and put in for a limit increase, because I had to do that myself. I had to ask them for a limit increase, and I think I'll do that on a separate video. All right. And then that way, let me see. You just open up a ticket and you just start filling out all the information. No, I'll do that on a separate video. So that's it, you guys. None of this stuff is important. I have no idea what that means, so please don't ask me. My total focus is this right here. My total focus is this right here with billing. All you want to use is the product screen. This is where you come at. This is where you do the application, deploy new instance. This is the foundation of setting it up. And then if you want to get back to that other screen right here, where you're going to go in and do the coding portion of it, then you would hit the product screen and it's going to show you everything that you set up. And then you get started from here, and which I'll do a completely separate video. All right. You guys have a great day. And any questions that you have, you can always also post it in our Facebook page, the Legacy Crypto Builders page. All right. Be blessed. Have a great day. Bye-bye.